Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Good friends and trends that bend the senses. Let's get a bit senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee show with Super Fast Tortoise. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we have the flow. Good vibes from head to toe. Let the happiness take you in.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show with the bald dude. The one wearing the bald shirt with Spider-Man. Oh, I don't know. I've worn the shirt 2 days in a row now. All right. But hey, whew, how are you guys doing today? Welcome to the show. Welcome, my creeps. Welcome, new peeps. Welcome to the Super Fast Tortoise show with MTG Hillbilly, Lone Wolf, and kjcowboydan.
Hey, howdy, hey, y'all.
Hey, howdy, hey.
Dad.
That's right. Let's get the show going, right? Yeah, it is a dog sitting day here. Man, I've been dog sitting for feels like forever. We got here yesterday morning, been here today. Now it's been like a full 24 hours. Holy crap.
Yeah, well, I'm home alone.
Good for you. You deserve to be home alone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can play with magic cards.
Yep. Exactly.
Exactly. Go through cards, scan those cards, have those fun. KJ, how are you doing today? How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm all right. I'm not sure if I let everybody know, but I spent the other day in the hospital for overnight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You let us know in the backstage.
Yeah.
That's why it's one of the reasons why I created that post on Discord. I'm like, I can't talk about everything, but here's what's kind of going on, because like between everybody involved, everybody's going through their different things, because there's a lot of people going through a lot of shit right now. I'm like, just keep us in your thoughts and prayers, because there's just a lot going on.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Little without going too deep into it, I had recently found out that my condition is taking a turn for the worse, and my insurance, what little insurance, since I lost my disability, will not cover the cancer treatment.
No, that's not good. Not good at all.
No,
So yeah, some thoughts, prayers, and if you want to support. I'll put your Ko-Fi link and whatever link you want in the chat, so people know where to help you if they want to support you in that area. Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, doing well. I mean, other than health issues, we all have health. We all have to live past it. So either that or we get put 6 feet under. So I choose to live past it, right?
Right.
Yep.
Past it, go forward as much as you can. It's weird. It's like a race to the end. How far can we go? Well, we'll find out. We'll let you know. Oh, we got a backwoods collector in the house. Backwoods collector. Whoa. Whenever
Backwoods.
Yeah, backwoods. Just plant those trees so you don't have to. We need to get him back on the show for a bit. Chill.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, it's been a while. Lone Wolf, how are you hanging over there?
Doing all right. I'm actually awake.
You're actually awake. How's the weather treating you today?
Hot.
Hot, probably a little too hot.
Yep.
You need to get out of the werewolf mode and go to human mode and take an ice bath.
I'm about to at this point.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I joke about taking an ice bath when it's hot. Yeah, like I tried taking a cold shower once, and oh my lord, I could barely stand the cold shower. So I had to turn it to like a decent temperature, so the water wasn't shockingly cold, put my body in shock, and I could just chill down. Because we all here on screen kind of live in an area where when it gets hot, it gets sweltering hot. Like,
Oh yeah.
between the humidity, the heat wave, holy cow.
Yep. I like summertime, but I just don't like that humidity.
The humidity gets us. Yeah, like the more west you go, like Las Vegas, Utah, Colorado, the heat is more drier, so you don't feel the torture of the humidity in the air.
Right.
Even though Las Vegas does get extremely hot, and the humidity comes out of your skin, it's called sweat. Oh, yeah. So good news is we're all here, we're all fine. Bad news is I'm stuck in this screen until someone breaks me out. I'm kidding. So we in the backstage we were kind of talking about KJ, and we were talking about he has a new show coming up, and we're all excited for it. It's not the show is technically not new, but the cast is newer, and so he's talking about revitalizing Two Heads, One Mic.
Yeah, we actually have graphics underway. We have over a month's worth of shows, kind of like in the process of being planned, like 4 of them, like almost hashed out. Our very first show is already hashed out to the point where we're just waiting till our start date, to which we have not set yet officially, but we're waiting to be able to get that ready,
Right.
so that way we can go live.
Planned out and ready to go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I get you. You take this stuff serious, and I appreciate that. That's commendable. Yeah. Well, another thing I've been needing to talk to you about is with your show. See, on Thursdays and Fridays when we play Commander, I have a little advertisement square block that rotates out on OBS through the slideshow thing. You know how the slideshow works on OBS. And I'll need a graphic of yours to advertise you on the show. We'll talk about that more later. But, get some more kjcowboydan action going on the screen so you can be advertised. So if people are wondering who you are or where they can find you, they'll see it on the graphic on the side. It's really cool. Like the graphic will need to be a 4x4 square, 4-inch by 4-inch square. But yes, it's pretty cool.
Hey, why not? I mean, any way to help promote people,
Mm-hmm.
especially people within our own community. That's one of the reasons why I came here to the internet, to this internet world. And one reason I think I would be sad to see it go if I have to leave, or if I choose to make a leave. There are things that are coming about that are some pretty good show ideas that I've been working on with a few people.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm working on this one, the new Two Heads One Mic podcast with Scuba Chew joining in as the second head. We are pulling aside. I'm going to be pulling aside my friend Nemo, who his name is actually Tassim, and he's from Brazil, and he's a book publisher. We're talking about doing a show called The Moral of a Pickle. Well, that's just the project name that we have for it now. We want to do a thing where we break down story arcs
Mhm.
and see how they relate to real everyday life and morals, and how you would handle these story arcs. Like, really, was Frodo the good guy in the Lord of the Rings? Was he the
Yeah.
bad guy in the Lord of the Rings? Was he just like some kid that had the unfortunate job to learn about greed and the desire to not be seen?
Right.
I mean, these are things that we want to talk about on this other show that we're looking at, what I'm calling The Moral of a Pickle, with my friend Tassim.
You say that, Pickle Rick comes to my brain as like in a jar, and if you got that animated as a talking character, that'd be fun. Sorry.
That would be fun. And then Scuba Chew and I bringing back the two heads, one mic concept. But this time it will be a little edgier. There will be probably a little bit of the me that you see on an aggro morning, as we do have slight intention on canceling myself.
Oh.
You're gonna try to. I get what you're saying. Really quick, I want to catch up on chat and say hello to Time Capsule. Time Capsule, traversing through time. The little G, capital G, little G, maybe, who knows, God of time. Please come here to say hello. Hello, Time Capsule.
Capsule.
Then we got Captain Waffles sticking it to the house. He's being syrupy. My friend. Hello, Captain Waffles. This is the good witch. Wizard of Oz is the real villain. Yeah, my wife can't wait for Wicked Part 2 to come out. Then we got Cane Shaker. What's up, morning coffee people? Morning coffee people. That's right.
What's up, Cane Shaker?
Hey, what's up, Cane Shaker? Let me ask. Now, see, my thought process is, because I mean, I've seen different renditions of The Wizard of Oz and different prequels to The Wizard of Oz. I mean, we had Oz that Disney did a few years back, and we had a sequel to The Wizard of Oz that Disney did back in the 90s, Return to Oz, which was a fever dream in my recollection of that. And wouldn't Wicked 2 just be The Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, pretty much. If that's what it looks like through the commercial. It's like the Green Witch's side of the story.
Yep.
Yeah. Of the story of the film. So that's why my wife saw Wicked in theater once, like not movie theater, but like actual acting theater, and she really liked it. And she has a program for it still and whatnot. She wants to see the movie come out.
Cool.
But here's a question. All right, like, I don't know if this will blow your brain gaskets or anything, but one thing I've always thought they were connected is, The Wizard of Oz and the Labyrinth, were, to me, feel like they're always part of the same continuity.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Does that go in your brain as like, whoa, I never thought about that.
It is. I always like to think about the continuity of all these side stories and whatnot, particularly with Wicked and like Return to Oz. And I mean, first of all, the Wizard of Oz books, there were multiple as it was. So there is a lot of room with the stories that were written. I even wrote my own sequel to The Wizard of Oz, believe it or not.
Oh, nice. Nice. Cane Checker says his favorite heroes in Wizard of Oz are the flying monkeys. Oh, that's pretty cool. Pretty chill. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, I'd love to see, what this publishers on your show and get his ideas and whatnot. Because what if Frodo started as a hero and became the villain? And that's kind of what happened. Because remember, at the end of the story, he did not want to give up the ring.
Yep.
Yeah, no. I always had a firm belief that the Wizard, not the Wizard of Oz, I can't speak today.
We good? Lord of the
I'm
Rings?
having the Lord of the Rings had it was a story about learning greed when you're a person who wants to hide, and learning to discovering greed.
Right.
Um,
Oh yeah. There's a like Lord of the Rings is one of those timeless classics because there's a lot you can take from it. It's not like I hate to bash on Jurassic Park, like Jurassic World Rebirth, where the storyline is cut and dry. Where the storyline in Lord of the Rings takes you on adventures and moral dilemmas, and it gives you chances to think of what if I did it this way, or what if it went that way.
See, the difference between, like, I haven't seen the new Jurassic Park movie, but let's just say any of the other Jurassic Park movies, which I have seen. The difference is you're dealing with the storyline of survival, learning to trust the people around you, while Lord of the Rings has that to a certain degree. It is more of the hero's journey for Lord of the Rings. And I've spoken about the hero's journey several times in other media, but the hero's journey is very important for discovery. It's a coming of age story. It's a buddy cop film where you're on vacation with your buddy or whatever. I don't know. But what I do know is that it is the hero's journey and it's self-discovery. That's what the Lord of the Rings is all about.
Oh yeah.
You have him learning figuring out something that his people don't have, is greed, how to lie, how to I mean, pretty much this innocent character is corrupt, virtually finding the symbiote suit, and in Spider-Man terms,
Right.
and that's the ring. And every time he puts that ring on, he learns addiction, and he learns pain, and he hurts his friends. His best friend in the entire world, who does everything for him,
Right.
he neglects. He's not a good friend. Frodo is not a good friend. He learned how to be a good person from the worst person in the world, his grandfather.
Right.
And who also had an addiction, who also learned greed. The same exact storyline with The Hobbit as it is with The Lord of the Rings, too, with minus the way the hero's journey is told.
Well, it's
And
interesting. It's interesting because if you apply that way of thinking in real life, especially in like say like a capitalist mentality, those are kind of necessity things you need to learn today.
indeed, it's how see, I think stories like The Lord of the Rings, particularly with any story which is with the coming of age genre, the hero's journey, or any other type of coming of age film, that, or even storyline that you have, when you have that coming of age film, you have to it is not just telling you what right from wrong is. It's telling you that you that you have the capability of learning, and you have the capability of moving forward with what you learned. You have built a ladder of friends who will help push you forward. You realize that you had that one true friend that was always there. Now think about Frodo and his best friend who goes on the journey with. And I'm not talking about the two little dweebs that decided to just tag along because they wanted adventure. I'm talking,
Oh yeah.
Sam Weiss, completely mistreated during the entire film, the entire story. If you read the books, even like he goes even worse on Sam
Oh
in
yeah,
the books,
he,
and
he forces him to go away in the
you know,
books.
I tell you, if it were me in Sam's shoes, I'd probably beat the hell out of the guy and left his hairy little feet on the side of Mordor.
Right,
But
right. Because like Sam even was tempted by the ring, and he overcame it, unlike Frodo.
see, the Sam is a much simpler character, and he's written that way for a reason.
Right.
I help people, you help people.
Mm.
That makes us a more simpler character. We don't have the greed and the desire to want more than just for our friends to be happy. And when we find ourselves in a position like Frodo,
Right.
we need to learn that we have to deal with this stuff before we complete the journey. Otherwise, we lose these friends. We lose the stepping stones that we have, and we don't move forward in our own story. And that's what makes the Lord of the Rings a very powerful storyline. If you think about it, is it has reason to continue. It has reason for you to want to support Sam supporting his best friend. This is
Right.
even though it's a story where Frodo is the main character. Frodo is the most flawed character in the entire story,
Right.
and you
Well,
don't
he's
feel.
kind of like the thumb that stands out in the story because out of everybody, he's the most selfless character in the story.
Oh no, I disagree with that entire. Well, Sam's the most selfless character, not
That's what I'm
Frodo.
talking about, Sam.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sorry.
I was referring to Frodo.
Okay.
Frodo being the main character. Sam is definitely the most selfless character in the whole story. You have two idiots, who one of which ends up enslaved to a king. And you have another idiot who can't stop thinking about his stomach the entire time. And the other guy who's up on the do not serve list at the buffet.
Right. Right.
But I mean, you have the hero's journey is probably one of the most common stories in history. I mean, it goes back thousands of years.
Oh yeah. Like the hero's journey has been around forever. I mean, look, you got Legend, you got Willow, you got what was that other good movie? There's a lot of good movies from back in the day where it's about the hero's journey. And
Yep.
thinking about heroes' journeys, we got Sonic Chew Scoob in chat. What's up, fella?
Hey, speak his name so many times he shows up.
Yeah. Hey, if you ever want to hang out with us, Sonic Chew Scoob, let us know. Let KJ know. He knows how to reach out to me. Yeah.
You hear that? You're invited to guest.
Yeah. Ugh. But yeah. But like, yeah, there's like the hero's journey. Like you met like back in the day when practical effects were king, we got some real good stories like Legend. Oh my lord, that devil character was insanity, and that story was pretty cool. Willow, that was a crazy story. I didn't really care for the sequel. It was not really a sequel, but the sequel series, it was just way too modern idea. But it was there. They did what they did, but with the whole thing, like honestly, with the Willow story, we actually started watching the series and we got done with it before it was all the way done. We're like, oh, this is dumb. I don't know what they did, but original Willow was a good story, and Legend was a classic story, It's sad to think a lot of the best movies we had about heroes' journeys were back in the day of practical effects. What happened?
Lost the way.
What's the way?
Well, practical effects were not cheap. Also, very hard to pull off. And when you did use practical effects, even when practical effects were being used at their highest in the 70s and 80s, it didn't come off anywhere better than B-rate. Reason why most horror films were of the genre of the B-rate horror classics, and they will never get any further, is because they couldn't do things. The whole reason why George Lucas went and remastered Star Wars in 99 for the special editions and added Jabba the Hutt. He didn't have the technology to do what he wanted to do. And going back and making those special edition remasters gave George Lucas the possibility to do stuff that practical effects just wouldn't allow you to do, financially and physically.
Captain Waffles, kind of shilling himself out here, says, I heard someone wrote a book that has a good hero's journey. Why don't you pop that link in the chat, Captain Waffles?
Yeah.
Yeah. Write the title of the story, put the link there. Yeah, he's really working out. What's this? If there was a car in Lord of the Rings, it would be called Lord of the Key Ring. That's right.
That was in response to Cane Shaker.
Nice.
Because he said there was a lot of walking around in Lord of the Rings, and I'm just trying to point out the fact that it would have obviously been called Lord of the Key Ring if just saying, Return of the Buick LeSabre would be the sequel. Lord
of the Kia.
Lord of the Kia, right?
Return to the Lord of the Rings.
Return of the Kia. All these, it'd be a different story altogether. Although I would like to see the Disney Cars readaptation of Lord of the Rings, just to see how that would work. Lightning McQueen as Frodo.
Look, they're like Lord of the Rings is not cookie cutter, but if someone cookie cuttered the movie and actually made their own story, it might be good.
Yep.
It is a cookie cutter, though. I mean, it's its own cookie cutter. Lord of the Rings is a cookie cutter in a sense.
Well, it's more of the mold. It's more of the mold. Like if someone made a movie like it, then it would be cookie cutter. Right now, it's its own thing. Like there's not a lot of movies that are like it.
I mean, you could say that Thelma and Louise is a take on the hero's journey. Depending on how you look at it.
Right. Well, because one of the things we talk about a lot when we do talk about different stories is a good story is where the villain doesn't know they're the villain. That I don't think of them as the villain, because most good stories, the villain thinks they're doing the right thing.
Yep.
Well, that's a big thing with modern media right now is glorification of the villain. We see it a lot with Thanos was right. You see a lot of those memes. Thanos was right. Mysterio was right. I saw one that said, imagine if Saw was a real life activity, a real life series that you had to watch on the news.
Right. The Purge too, like the Purge,
Right. These thought processes of these movies and these stories that we read and watch and the lore that we enjoy, it all has a lot to do with ourselves in humanity. The villain is you. You are the villain. You are the hero. I am the villain every day in somebody's life.
Right.
That day I call somebody a commie and Kevy G takes a shot because I said it, that day I do that and I say these things, I'm the villain in somebody's life, but I believe in the deepest of my heart that I am correct. So then I'm the hero. Now, if we're both the hero and the villain, and then that must mean the villain is also both the hero and the villain. Skeletor, Megatron. Megatron had a good point for wanting to take over Cybertron.
Oh yeah, he
If you,
did.
I mean, first of all, Cybertron was overgrown, overpopulated, and they couldn't live on their own planet. They were killing each other in the streets just to be able to get energon, which was their food to live on.
Right.
And Megatron, the villain of the Transformers arc, wanted to save his planet.
Right. He wanted to do it with a military kind of role. And he was justified by taking that idea because his purpose was not ill intent, you know. Like they trust me, in the storyline they ended up changing his intent to be more dark and dire, so he was like certified the villain. But when on his hero's journey, he wanted to fix the problems of Cybertron. Yeah.
You know, really, and then the fact of the matter is that you know, the Autobots' war against the Decepticons destroyed Cybertron.
Mhm.
It was the Autobots who was responsible for the destruction of Cybertron. The reason why the Decepticons hate the Autobots when they get to Earth. It's in the cartoon lore. It's even in the comic book lore. They didn't add it to the lore of the movies, I don't believe, but they did add it to the lore of the cartoons and the comic books.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Time Capsule, General Zod was just as well like a hero in his own eyes, right? And it makes sense. Don't get me wrong. Like like the movie Man of Steel brought General Zod in, and I thought terraforming the planet was a weird idea since he had superpowers. But at the same time, he didn't realize he had superpowers when he started the whole process.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing with General Zod. Same situation as Superman. Now, in a sense, General Zod, much better character than Superman. And I'm not talking about the General Zod that we knew from the new movies, and I'm not talking about the General Zod from the 1980s Superman, but I'm talking about General Zod from the comic books. First of all, the man, when he finally got to Earth, Superman has to be the most unable Kryptonian to visit Earth, because everybody else, Supergirl, Doomsday, General Zod, his army, they all learned their powers within 10 minutes. Superman took him a lifetime to learn his powers.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's because Superman was young and had to grow into it and learn the responsibility of his powers and how to treat them and how to hide. Where General Zod had all this military training that helped him put that focus in the pact right away.
Yep.
Kane Checker says Gargamel was the hero trying to get rid of the world of the little evil blue creatures that would rot your mind. Like
it's true. It's true. You know, those little tiny little blue gnomes. I mean, when I see them running around, I step on them every time.
Time Capsule said he just wanted to get Krypton and get gene pool started again. Right. That was his main goal. He wanted to repopulate the Earth, bring his species back from extinction, basically.
Yep.
I think as a military dude, he should have studied the planet more, because if Superman was doing all this stuff and he learned about Superman with all these powers and learned that was Clark Kent, that was his species, he wouldn't. I don't think he would have tried to terramorph the planet.
No, he absolutely would have. General Zod, just like Megatron, General Zod was also fighting for the remainder of his peoples.
Right.
A new home. Also, take, for example, another piece of science fiction that we hate and love at the same time, the Marvel Universe. All right, we got the Skrulls. The Skrulls, shape-shifting aliens who come to Earth to try to populate themselves on the planet. They're not trying to take over the planet. They just want a place to live. Sure, there's a couple of greedy ones. There's greedy human beings. There's human beings that want infinite, phenomenal cosmic power. But we don't get what we want. And that's the lesson that the villain is teaching us. We're not teaching children that the villain's the villain. And we're teaching children that even when you're right, you can't always get what you want.
That's true.
But
And
if you
that's
try sometime, you just might find you get what you need.
That's right. Thanos is another hero villain. Yeah, the way Thanos died in Squid Games, I was really heartbroken.
Yep.
The way Thanos died in Squid Games.
If you get the joke, you get the joke. But no,
Oh, I got the joke.
Steambox. Yeah.
Let me tell you, but that's just the Marvel Cinematic Universe version of Thanos.
Right.
The comic book Thanos did it all for
All about love.
It was all about love. And he was
Yep.
in love with a woman. He was in love with a woman named Death.
That's
Lady
right.
Death. And he said that he would do anything for her. Well, Lady Death was in love with Deadpool.
Nice. That's right. And then, yeah, Lady Death is in love with Deadpool. Thanos was in love with Death. And he wanted to prove his love, so he wanted to give her all the souls as possible, much as possible.
Right. And the original Infinity Gauntlet story was a love story. Now,
Which
Deadpool,
is an irony of a hero's tale.
right? Yeah, and then you go. We talked about the hero's journey. Well, there's the opposite side of that comedy and tragedy coin, where you have romance, and romance leads to certain doom. All the time. Samson, all for the love of woman, cuts his hair, loses his power. All for the love of woman, man will do things. Even history, for the love of a woman, we had Napoleon conquer Europe for the love of a woman.
Just, love is a powerful drug. You know what I'm saying?
And so now I could imagine, and I've always wanted to see it. I want to see the combination of a tragedy love story and the hero's journey all rolled into one. Now, what if Frodo wasn't bringing that ring to get destroyed, but to have to because he was in love?
Yeah,
with,
maybe.
Or whatever.
What
That'd be a different story.
What if his story was he went to destroy the ring to save the love of his life?
Yes, any way possible. I mean, you have 5 storylines. They say you have 5 storylines, and you have 2 sub storylines, all basing off of comedy and tragedy, and then from there you have the different aspects of where the story can go. And I find it very interesting when I pick up a comic book and go, okay, I see what you're doing here. I've read this story before and I'm liking what you're doing. When I see them do do a lot of these new ideas, like Hollywood right now, they're full of new ideas. Left and right, there's a new idea all the time. And with those new ideas, you wonder, are we making a movie to make a movie, or do we just forget to write a storyline?
Mm-hmm. Captain Waffles, that's why you need to think with the correct head. That's right. And sorry, Captain Waffles, I just saw your message just now. I would have sent you a link to the show, but now we got like 20 minutes. Sorry, I felt bad because I'd always love to have you on. And thinking about it, but yeah, the hero's journey. Sometimes it's what you need, and sometimes it's the best way to do it. Like Thanos, honestly, I was hoping we would have seen Lady Death in the MCU.
We did. We saw Lady Death in the MCU already. She was on the. She played the Green Witch for the Agatha Harkness series. She was the one played by the girl from Parks and Rec.
We saw Lady Death in the MCU in the movies.
No, in the TV series, but the TV series is they do touch on the movies. They are part of the MCU canon lore, and
I felt the conversation going to Anuka. I don't know what that is. Anunnaki.
Let's see. The Anunnaki. Oh, Anunnaki. The Anunnaki is a breed of uh, either aliens or angels, depending on which conspiracy or lore you want to believe.
Oh,
Particularly from a planet called Nibiru,
all right.
also known as Planet X to those people who were alive in the 80s.
Oh, okay. Captain Waffle says Aubrey Plaza played Lady Death in Agatha. Oh,
Yes, Aubrey
forgot about
Plaza.
that. I forgot about that.
Thank you, Captain Waffles. I couldn't remember her name right off the bat.
Ooh, so many shows.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think she did a pretty good job if they wouldn't have nerfed her character for Agatha,
Right.
considering that she's Mephisto's daughter.
Manifesto is in the Ironheart series apparently.
Mephisto, yeah, he made his first official appearance in the MCU in Ironheart. Although Mephisto is also the guy who turned Johnny Blaze into the Ghost Rider, and also the other two Ghost Riders got their power because of the Ghost Rider curse handed down by Mephisto.
Captain Wolf says Anunnaki also created the Nephilim in some people's beliefs.
Yes,
There's Nephilim in Nephilim's Gathering.
yeah. The Anunnaki, yes, also created the Nephilim as well. Yeah,
That's pretty chill. It's pretty chill. Yeah, and that's right. So Lady Death did show up in the MCU.
yeah.
I just totally forgot about that because
They nerfed her, made her a minor character.
That's probably why. Because I hate the fact that they want you to follow the TV series and the movie series, and Ironheart apparently got canceled.
Yeah,
Like no more seasons. Which I haven't
they
watched.
released all 6 episodes. It was allegedly canceled when they dropped the first episode. That right after they dropped the first episode, there was drama about it. Before the even show came out, personally, I liked Ironheart. I liked it for what it was. I did not. Oh.
I seen some memes about it, like people like her saying Iron Man was nothing without his money, but really Iron Man was everything because of his knowledge, and it was like a different take on the different spectrums of where people live.
See, yeah, I would have agreed with that. The problem with the Ironheart show, this is the only problem I had, is they had to, first of all, they when they created Ironheart, it was a different character. There was a character in the 60s, no, not 60s, sorry, the 80s, that was called Iron Lad. And he was supposed to be like Iron Man's protege. And Iron Lad was regendered, resexed, and rewritten in order to be Riri Williams. And she was a character that was invented when Disney had purchased Marvel. They already had plans on killing Tony Stark off in all formats. This was going to be the replacement of Tony Stark. Everybody's wishes that Spider-Man would have replaced him, but even that would have been destruction of lore. And that's the problem I had with the Ironheart series, was the destruction of lore and forgetting where you started off at. Now, they also, my problem with Ironheart as well, spoilers if you don't want to hear it. I'll give you 10 seconds to pass away and then give me 60 seconds to say my spoiler. Okay. So I got impatient. If you haven't clicked away yet, that's on you. Here's the spoiler. So Ironheart, they decide to make her a criminal after she just helped the Wakandans save the world, against an underwater threat. And they make her a criminal. She joins a gang that kills people. And then she ends up murdering somebody herself, part of her gang that she's in. They send her through this complete arc that is like the build up to a villain arc. And they're trying to replace an alumni character from the 60s to now with a character that was written to prove a political agenda and to say, you know what, you can be a gangbanger and still be the good guy. That's what Ironheart put across. They had her steal equipment from a college that she was lying about to get into. They had her steal money from other students and doing other students' homework at multiple different schools around the country. And they had her doing all these things that would not be something that a member of the Avengers, based off of the description the Avengers were given in the comic books, when the whole concept of them were there, and to not be criminals, to not be what they are, you know.
What are they teaching kids with the show? Basically, is where you're getting at.
Yep.
Like, you can be a hero even if you break the law.
And this is coming from the company that bought Marvel, a company that is supposed to be, I'm going to quote Hillbilly from yesterday, a company that is supposed to be a children's company, a company that makes movies for people here. Wait, you haven't heard me say this in a minute. For people under the age of 13. And, you know, and sure, they do put adult stuff in there for adults, but Disney doesn't make things for adults. And when you have a company like Disney telling children it is okay to lie, cheat, and steal, be gangbangers, and you can still be the good guy, that is not the hero's journey. I don't know what journey they're sending your characters on, that you're sending your lore to. I don't know what church these writers are going to. Not that I'm not a religious person. I'm just using it just to strike people up and make people angry. By the way, I'm rage baiting at this moment.
It sounds like they're vigilantilizing the Ironheart figure.
Yeah.
Well, Ant-Man didn't steal from the Avengers. Technically, he did, but he stole something that the Avengers had stolen from Hank Pym. So technically, he was reacquisitions. It was reacquisitions. Now, Ant-Man did steal from a major corporation that version of Ant-Man was, well, jailed for, and embezzling, stealing, internet theft. Also, on top of that, fraud. Like, literally, the amount of time that they said that he was in jail for doesn't make sense for the crimes he committed.
Captain Wolf says he wishes the Loki story would have been longer. That was a good one.
Absolutely. But Tom Hiddleston has signed extended his contract. There is going to be another series of Loki. There's also Loki supposed to be he's supposed to be in the end sequences at most that we know of for a fact for the Avengers Doomsday movies. But then again, they just announced that they might have canceled Avengers Doomsday. So where does that leave us for Battleworld? We don't know.
All right.
I'm laughing my butt off. Disney is a child brainwashing company. Indeed, it is. And Disney's been, their views have not been what Walt would have wanted.
Right.
You know, I was telling Hillbilly the other day, when he talks about Disney, he's talking about a company that died 40 years ago. When Hillbilly was talking about Walt Disney Company, the company that we know that built Disneyland, Disney World. We know that made Mickey Mouse and brought Cinderella to life and made the first full-length animated cartoon.
Right.
You know, we're talking about a company that hasn't existed in 30 to 40 years.
Right. Because Disney, they used to make kid shows, shows for kids only. And then they also made adult shows. But with the adult shows, they were more kind of like Hallmark type of movies. Did you ever watch Hallmark?
Yeah.
But they were for, the adults.
Well, the thing is, here's the thing. Disney, was about making content for kids.
Yep.
But the problem is they raised a whole generation of kids into adults, and they're catering to that too.
Right.
Because in the story, you can sell the kids all day. It's the parents and the adults that are spending the money, and that's where they're split.
Walt Disney had famously said, I built this company for the children. I
Right.
built this company for my children.
Right.
Yep.
That's what he said. I
Right.
built this for my children.
Right. And
he
now they're
specified
adults.
it. Now they're adults. But he also wanted to make sure that when an adult came to theaters, and this was even a thing back in the 60s and 50s, even when he was making these features, is he wanted the adults to be entertained
Right.
whilst
The kids.
they
were.
took their children out. And so, like, you see a lot of these people going, Disney's back in the 50s was not a good company. Look at what they did. Look at how they sexualized people. And it's like, no, come on. All right. First of all, there was drawings of boobs and butts. Tell me if there's not big boobied and big bootied women drawn today in cartoons. Oh,
Yeah.
what we went, the cartoon animation shit in comparison. Sorry, pardon my French. In comparison. And I'm going to tell you why. Look at Rick and Morty. Great cartoon series. Horrible animation. If you like the Rick and Morty animation, you are a liar. You are a liar. The animation is shit.
It is.
Oh, I just made 2 people drop off the stream. I'm sorry. But it's true. If you liked it, you know, my opinion, of course, but I believe you're lying. If you like the animation, sure, the show is an incredible show. I love Rick and Morty, by the way. I love that show. I hate the animation.
Right.
I hate it with a passion.
There's a couple of shows I used to watch that the animation was completely booey, but the content was fun to watch.
Right. Well, Transformers, back in the 80s, we had shit animation.
Well, Ninja Turtles too.
But we're talking about television stations and toy companies that were working on a very limited budget on a cartoon.
Right.
In the 80s, cartoons started making a comeback. They weren't making too many cartoons in the 80s. The late 70s kind of killed the cartoons.
KJ says you need to say poo poo, KJ.
Yeah, I do. I knew. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Captain Waffle says even Bambi, Ferngully, and other movies had dark, dramatic, and actual breaking down.
Right.
Like they are. That's how a lot of it was back in the day.
Ferngully, great movie, by the way.
Great movie.
Great animation, great movie.
Tim Curry was amazing in that movie.
You know who produced that, right? That wasn't a Disney feature.
No,
Ferngully was a Don Bluth film. The same
Right.
people who made American Tail, Fievel Goes West, which outranked every Disney movie that came out during that decade. The American Tail was the number one.
Don Bluth used to work for Disney and left Disney and created his own company.
Right.
Yep.
And that's where we got the Cauldron and the Black Cauldron and all that fun jazz.
And Black Cauldron, a great movie. It was dark, but it was not child inappropriate. And we just don't want it to be released because it has depictions of a demon. That was the whole reason why it was pulled back. It wasn't because it was dark. There was no reason whatsoever for them to pull the Dark Cauldron.
Right.
And even Disney admitted the only reason they did it was because religious organizations got mad that they had their main villain as a demon sorcerer.
Right. Wow. Yeah, things change nowadays, but thinking of dark histories and turns and events, we got to get here.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. So it's lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Woo! What a packed conversation we had today, and a good conversation. It was led very well.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I had another rant today. I'm sorry.
Very good. Well,
I only swore twice this time, and I did. And when I used the C word, I used it as a reference and not towards somebody this time.
That's right. But now's the time we got to start chilling the channels out, chilling ourselves out, and logging off. Ooh, it's gonna be fun. gonna be fun. We're gonna start with the Lone Wolf to talk about whatever he wants to talk about.
I don't have much to say. I do have I do want to say KJ been thinking about you and with everything going on, and it'll all get better. And yeah, just follow, like, and subscribe KJ, Hillbilly, and Tortoise, and let's get Tortoise to 1,000.
Whoop, whoop.
You forgot somebody. She will be back. You forgot her.
Cool.
Oh yeah, and what's I don't know how to say it. Let's just hope Hellwheeler gets back, and we can get back to normal.
Yeah, let's hope we can get back to normal for sure.
Yep.
It's time for KJ to spill his shill.
Oh, well, when I said you forgot somebody, I was meaning yourself, because you did have something to shill. This Wednesday, if we have a show this Wednesday, Lone Wolf will be our guest on Procrastinating Across the Oceans. He forgot himself. That's who I was trying to say. And also, yeah. But Lone Wolf forgot himself. He is going to guest on Procrastinating Across the Ocean, assuming we have a show this week. I'm pretty sure we will. Somehow we're going to get one out there, even if it's jank.
Hey.
I haven't had much time to put into much thought process and planning as my health has been taking a decline. I don't want to get into it much. There are people who do know about it, but if you would like to support me, not the channel in this case scenario, I popped my Ko-Fi link into the chat. Any little bit helps. Right now, what I can say is that my insurance refuses to pay for my chemotherapy. And I had to go to the emergency room the other night. And I was given a dosage that was not the proper dosage, and I have not been on my regular regimen. Now, I know I'm asking a lot, and for those people who've seen me around the channel, I've only asked for help a couple of times, and I probably won't be asking again. So I do hope that you guys understand.
All right. Check it out. Check out that link. All right. With that, we're going to roll over to MTG Hillbilly.
Hey, everybody. Plan on doing another stream this afternoon around 2 o'clock and going over the Edge of Eternity spoilers that they released today. I will be going over those, and I will be playing a game of Arena. If y'all want to watch and see the spoilers, come on by at 2 o'clock this afternoon.
All right. And it's Super Fast Tortoise here, saying thank you for chilling out with us. If I go live tonight, it'll probably be another chat and chill stream because I don't have anything to set up to play video games or Commander or nothing. So just keep an eye out for around 6:30, 7 o'clock, see if I do anything. Maybe I'll fall asleep, take a nap again, and start a stream later. Who knows? We'll get there. But I want to thank everybody for being here today. Hillbilly, Lone Wolf, kjcowboydan, thank you for being here and chilling out with us. You are always amazing. I want to thank you channel members and our new channel member, Tom Mitchell, for being here. I need to fix the end scene to add his name to the roster of memberships. You rock, you roll. Thank you, subscribers, for growing us to subscribing. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers because we got an awesome giveaway coming out when we hit 1,000 subscribers. We're only 14 subscribers away. You could be one of the 14. In fact, all 14 of you watching could be the 14. Who knows? Let's get this going on. So check this out. With that, my friends, I'll remind you that you're loved. Someone's thinking about you, and if you can, say and or do something positive for someone else because you might be the change they need today. And with that, we're going to hit that sweet, sweet outro.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Friends and friends have been the senses. Let's get a bit senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee